Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, still here, melting away because of the fucking heat wave. It's terrible. Send help. Oh, please. Someone send cold air my way because, Jesus Christ, it's horrible. But that will not deter me from making content and sharing my randomness with you. Yes, indeed. Again, sans royal regalia, because it's either wear the royal regalia and suffer a heat stroke and no more Professor Macabro, or be a little bit more casual, but still be here with you, sharing some Macabro goodness. So, sorry for looking like a schlub. Yes, indeed. But I am here to regale you with a monumental physical media haul. Yes, indeed. Got some recent things, and a friend of mine who sells DVDs as a side hustle, gave some stuff to, well, he sells the DVDs on the side, I buy it from him, and eventually we got together, and he gave me all my stuff. So it's a calibration of goody goodness that I have here. So let's get started with TV shows. Yes, indeed. Was able to pick up some TV shows that I'm quite happy to add to the collection. And let's get started with that. This I picked up for the Gremlins. Yes, indeed. Because, while we do have Disney Plus and this series is in there, the times where we don't have internet or something might happen and we don't have access to Disney Plus, I always want to have a way to see my things. Especially with the whole Sony PlayStation announcing that they're gonna give up on physical media in 2028. It's important that you get your physical media because one of these days, everything that you think you're gonna own digital will just disappear like tears in the rain. And that's why I picked this one up for them. Now, my Gremlins have gotten into a lot of TV shows with varying quality and some that have honestly annoyed me. Like, my oldest gremlin got into Peppa Pig, and I wanted to slaughter that piggy and make bacon out of it. Because, my goodness, that show get on my nerves. Another one was Dora the Explorer. Oh, my goodness gracious. I just wanted to shout. I'm not going to go into that. But one of the TV shows that my youngest gremlin did get into, and also by then my eldest gremlin, was Bluey. And this is an okay cartoon. It's not my style of cartoon, but it's the least annoying cartoon that my Gremlins have gotten into. And it does, in a way, I don't know if that's the purpose or who is behind this, but it does at least show ways to deal with emotions as kids, because that's something that, as a kid, when I was a kid, it annoyed me. I thought they were patronizing, talking down to me like I was a little idiot. And I was, but I don't like being talked to that way, so I, in turn, do not talk down to my kids. I try to talk to them, make a line, I'm the adult and you're the kid, but I'm gonna talk to you like you're not a little dumbass. And it seems to have worked out. And this cartoon, well, it is a cartoony la thing about a family of dogs. It does have some cool messages, and I like the animation, and it does follow parents that were alive in the 80s and they're trying to deal with their own hyperactive kids. It's pretty cool, and it's season 1 and 3 of Bluey, and if you haven't checked it out, watch a couple of episodes and say if it's your thing. But a lot of adults seem to also like Bluey, so pick that up for the Gremlins. Now for me, I wanted to pick this one. This is the first season of the Bernie Mac Show. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. But he was in a lot of movies, and then they gave him his TV show, and I like Bernie Mac. It's your typical, I think he was a stepdad. I don't remember if it was a stepdad. It's been years since I've watched the Bernie Mac Show. But I can't remember if he was the stepdad and he was dealing with his stepkids, or if he was the dad and he was dealing with their regular kids show. I have to rewatch this to make sure. But I like the format. It starts with Bernie Mac addressing the people with America. And, doing his thing and dealing with his episodic things. And I do remember this thing didn't get too many seasons, so I don't know if everything was released on DVD, but I did like this show. And of course I came across it and I had to buy it because I like the Bernie Mac show. Now this one, I don't also know if it got all the DVD releases. The problem, unfortunately, with TV shows on DVD is that they don't always get releases because of rights issues. Usually it's music, like Cold Case. You can finally find it streaming, but my good friend Pat from Half Cheetah Will View mentioned that will never get a DVD release because of all the musical rights, which sucks. The other thing might be studio rights, people involved, or producers, or executives, people that own the license don't want to release it on DVD, so it's lost in the ether until someone like a Shout Factory gets the rights and releases it. But as far as I know, this has not gotten a complete series release on DVD. Apparently, we only got the first season of Who's the Boss. Now, it is well known from here to Timbuktu that Who's the Boss stars Alyssa Milano. And I had a crush, and I still have a crush on Alyssa Milano. When I was a kid, Alyssa Milano was young, so I've grown up along with her, so don't be giving me no creepy comments. I was a kid when Alyssa Milano was a kid, so I grew up with her. So that's why I've always had a crush on her. And Who's the Boss is your romantic comedy about, what's his face? I forget his face, but Tony Danza is an out-of-work single dad, and he goes to be the maid of Angela and her quirky, horny grandma and their kid, and they form a family together. And I like watching this show, again, mostly because of Alyssa Milano. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm going to get it because of Alyssa Milano. But again, as far as I've researched, that has not gotten any other seasons on DVD. The next one I got is also, I have to preface, when I was a kid, I would watch this show, and I had a crush on the main actress because she was a kid. I was a kid, she was a kid, and even as a kid, Professor Macabro always knew that he liked the ladies. I love me the ladies, yes indeed. And I would watch Punky Brewster. And I had a crush for Punky Brewster because she was weird, she was quirky, she was outgoing. Yes, she's a TV character written to be so. But in my dumb kid brain, I saw her and I just thought that that's the way she was. And also, I like quirky, weird women. And Punky Brewster was a pretty good show. This is season 1. I already own a best of DVD release. It has like 10 best episodes of Punky Brewster, but I never come across the actual TV show. And they also made a cartoon of this, which I've never seen. I don't even know if it's on DVD. But this is the first season of Punky Brewster, and I'm super happy to own it. I do want to track down season 2, and they might have released season 3. I am not sure. This is made by Shout Factory. So I will have to look into if they released any more seasons of Punky Brewster, because I like Punky Brewster. Yes, indeed. I even watched a season of Sabrina the Teenage Witch because Sally Moonfry was in that. And I have a thing for Sally Moonfry, too. Haven't seen the revival series. Mr. Bones mentioned that to me. I think it was Mr. Bones. That they made a revival of Punky Brewster. But I don't know where it's streaming, so I have never seen it. But I have a soft spot for my childhood memories of Punky Brewster. Yes, indeed. Next, we pick up Mystery Science Theater 3000 Volume Roman numerals. Rocky 1 and Rocky 3 equals Rocky 4. So, 14. The 14th of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now, I have a bunch of the old Rhino releases, but Rhino folded or got bought out, and now Shout Factory is the one responsible for releasing Mystery Science Theater 3000. And this is volume 14, and this has Mad Monster, Manhunt in Space, Soul Taker, and Final Justice. And I like Mystery Science Theater 3000. I never caught it on the first run. I only watched it later on repeat. And then later on DVD. And I like the formula. Unfortunately, it did leave for a lot of people that go to the movie theater want to recreate the Mystery Science Theater 3000 and talk and joke during the movie. If you're going to do that at home, make a party out of riffing movies. But don't do that in the theater. That's just rude. But the formula for Mystery Science Theater 3000 is pretty good, and it's still going strong. We don't get it here in the grand old country of Mexico, but I do know that Netflix USA does have episodes of the new series of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and on YouTube, they have a YouTube channel where you can watch old TV episodes. Then we got is Volume 18. This one has, what does this thing has? I can't see the font. Lost Continent, Clash of the Moons, The Beast of Yucca Flats, and Jack Frost. It's kind of hard to read with my red-tinted goggles, this blue font, so sorry for that. But yes, this is Volume 18 with those movies, then picked up Volume 20, and this one has oh shit, this is in red font, and it's making it really hard to see with my goggles, but this has The Magic Voyage of Sinbad, Project Moonbase, Master Ninja 1, and Master Ninja 2. And each one of these come in their individual sets, so with really cool artwork. And yes, now there's of course the debate on which one was the better one. Mike and the Bots, or Joel and the Bots, or some of the people that came afterwards. Personally, I do like Joel and Mike and the Bots, the first earlier seasons. The later seasons I got one, and it doesn't feel the same. Doesn't have the same magic. The jokes are still pretty good, but I don't know, just something about the new seasons don't really hit the same way for me. But I still watch them, I still enjoy it, I'm still loving Mystery Science Theater 3000, but the early seasons and the early episodes are still the best. And speaking of, those were released by Shout Factory, but I needed one volume to complete my Rhino releases of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And the one that I needed is the one that I wanted the most, other than the Godzilla one, which thankfully I was able to get. I finally got Volume 4 of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Look at that shiny lettering, so pretty. And we have 4 movies, as is the standard for this. We have Girl in Gold Boots, Hamlet, Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, if I remember correctly, with Raul Julia. Yes, indeed. And the one that also made me excited to get this one is Space Mutiny with Reb Brown. Go, 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 go! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As you well know, I am a fan of Reb Brown. Was introduced to his greatness by the Spoody one. Yes, indeed. And I've been trying to track down as many movies of Reb Brown as I can, and I've not been very successful because a lot of his stuff I can't find. But I've wanted this one because the Space Mutiny episode is one of the most loved episodes in Mystery Science Theater 3000, and I'm super tickled pink to finally own the Volume 4 set that has that episode of Space Mutiny. Now, a lot of people don't agree that good movies are showcased in Mystery Science Theater 3000 because they're good movies and they make them seem like they're bad. But they do showcase a lot of really bad movies as well. So, again, I like the formula Mystery Science Theater 3000. I like the episodes. I like the movies that they showcase. I like the jokes. I don't like the culture that they created because, again, in the theater, everyone wants to riff a movie like Riff Tracks or Mystery Science Theater 3000, and live in the theater, it gets annoying. But if you make a watch party and you get a couple of your friends together and make jokes, it's very, very cool. So that's something I would suggest you do. Don't do it in the theater. Don't be an asshole. Don't do it. No, or turn off your phone, goddammit. So, the standout, the centerpiece, like my friend Pat from Half Cheetah Will View would say, will definitely be Volume 4. I actually popped in Space Mutiny on the old DVD and had a lot of fun with that. Yes, indeed, this is the centerpiece of this TV show haul. Have you seen any of these shows? Did you like them? Did you hate them? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.